So we are here to help the staff, we're here to help the students. That's what we're here for. When I'm in the halls, I'm there to just make connections with the kids.
I feel comfortable having them around, yeah. I feel like I'm in a more safer environment with them. I know some people will kind of feel iffy about it because they'll be like, oh, like, why are they here? What are they doing? Like, did something happen? But honestly, I feel like it's a great thing for all the teachers and staff and students that maybe aren't able to look out for certain things, so they'll be able to do that.
I want them to understand that they can come up to me in the hallway when I'm here on a visit, talk to me about the day's events, some issues they're having at home, issues in school, and any issues with the topics that I covered today, whether it's drugs or relationships. And I think it's important that they feel comfortable doing that and they don't see the uniform and they're hesitant.
I do think police are positive role models in the school just because, I mean, they keep us safe, right? And everyone used to look up to them when they were younger, right? So, yeah, I think they're positive role models in the school. If I did need help with anything, I would totally feel comfortable talking to a police officer about it.
Police are backing up or supporting messages that they're getting at home from parents about values and ethics, and also supporting what schools are saying to kids about values and ethics. So it's sort of that take a village to raise a child kind of mentality.
We love having police officers here because they teach us how to make right decisions and not wrong decisions. It honestly helps everyone to make the decisions that we know that we should make and not poor decisions.
So I think Windsor's unique in the sense that we're doing it with the school board, with the community. You know, we're about sitting down and saying, how can we be better as a police service in the schools, and what do we need from you, and what can we do for you? So I think it's more of a relationship.
Starting right from JK with the community helpers, we talk to them about stranger danger, personal safety tips when they're walking around in the community, road safety, all of that important stuff. And just knowing, call 911. So it's that engagement right at that level, but then we hit them again in grade 6 when we join them. And that's when we get into a little bit more detailed topics, like I was saying, the values, influences, and peers. Bullying, you know, what it is, understanding it, not participating in it, and how to avoid it and deal with it. Drugs and the dangers of drugs and alcohol. That's an important lesson that they have to start learning at that age as well. We engage them again with them in the high schools, and that's important at that level because they're moving into a different phase of their life and they have to understand things like human trafficking. So just warning them, equipping them with the tools of things that they might face in life.
The kinds of topics that we discuss, like today, were peer pressure, and discussing what is it, how can we cope with it, what kind of forms may it come in. Very relevant to a lot of younger people all the time in this day and age.
I learned from today's presentation that peer pressure might not always look like peer pressure and that it can come in many different forms, but there are also many ways that you can do to help it or to stop it.
It's good. I think the feedback is getting better because they're coming up to us. They're asking questions. They're curious, and I think that's important. Where they're comfortable enough to come and ask us questions, and it can be about anything, what we do, where we come from, because we're not just the uniform. I went to St. Joe's, and much of my life and who I am today is because of the experiences I had in the school.
The police officer make us a friendship with them. To don't like scared from them. They want to be like a friend with them, like a family.
Just for them being around, it can be like a go-to thing if there's any situation or if anything that is going on. It's good that they're around, even especially to educate kids about what's going on in today's world and what's going on with all these other things like drugs and alcohol, gun violence, stuff like that. So it's very good to have them around just to educate kids.
So when you can get to kids young and try and guide them and provide them with advice that you think will help them later in life or even at the moment, and they utilize it, super rewarding.
I always tell our officers, don't underestimate any interaction you have with the youth in the schools, because it could be that moment that you have with them that has an impact in their life. And that's the benefit with our community service officers and high school resource officers. They can have that luxury of time to develop those good relationships with the youth.